on the fucking ground now. Get on the ground. You're gonna pull a fucking gun on me, bro?
Nah, look.
No, Get on the fucking ground.
That's not a, I wasn't doing it on you, bro. I was trying to show you it.
That's bullshit.
I swear to God. I swear to God.
How old are you? Not even old enough to own a gun. What'd you take? I'm gonna ask you one more time. Stand up. Stand up. Dude, you're gonna reach in the back seat and there's a fucking gun? Dude, you could have said, hey bro, I want you to know I have a gun underneath my seat, not fucking pull it out. That's how people get shot. You're scared.
I was gonna pull it out to show you.
You know, I have a family, I wanna go home tonight too. Okay. Oh, really? Oh, yeah, I never seen her. So you walked into the store with a gun, that's what you pulled out. So then what did you do? Come on. You carry your money right here? Dude, like, walk through the door. You power walked out the door, you got right there, you're like,
These poor babies going to jail because they didn't know how to notify the police that they have a gun in their possession. That's just unfortunate. So that whole situation, I actually can respect how the cop reacted to that. I don't know at what point I started recording, but pretty much Lil Buddy was suspected of shoplifting, which is really weird because I'm only up there to pick Bailey up from work and somehow Bailey is at home. Like, so I'm sitting there waiting for Bailey and I'm witnessing this and I don't know, but I did. Anyway, so apparently Lil Buddy was suspected of shoplifting. I watched the security guard walk off fast out the store, like, then he knocks on the passenger window and like a dummy, like, you know, there's some level, I knew I shouldn't have came down this street. There's some level of respect for authority because the driver stopped. Like, if you in the store committing a crime and the police come and knock on your window and you successfully make it to your car, motherfucker, you better keep driving. But this little boy stopped, and when he stopped, you know, police officer talking to him or whatever, and then I see, you know, police officer jack back, like, you know, his quick step back and pull his gun, and I think that's either right before I started recording or right when I started guns being drawn. And he was like, you gonna pull a gun on me? And I'm like, oh, little buddy pulled a gun out. But it's all a misunderstanding, police officers. Y'all gotta give grace to people. We don't know how to respond. I carry a gun. And how am I supposed to notify you of my gun? At present, guess what? You ain't gonna know I have a gun. Because I'm not letting you know I carry a gun, because all this little boy did was pull his gun out. Hold on. Because he's not old enough to have a gun, so he getting caught up on some charges because it's probably not registered either. But, you know, all he did was pull his gun out to show him, hey, I have a gun in my possession. And the police officer, rightfully so, was like, hey, you ain't got to touch the gun, just tell me it's there. Which I learned that today. So if you have a, what the What are you doing, kid? What on? Anyway, you know, so now we know if we have a gun in our possession, we need to just let the police officer know, do not touch the gun. So anyway, that's what's going on. There's like 20 cop cars up there for these two little boys who stole a candy bar from the Fries. Like, really, what is the value of whatever they may have stolen from Fries? And then at some point, I don't know if I had my camera rolling, he tried to drive off with the police officer in his door. I was like, dude, you stopped. Once you stopped, you stopped. You should have kept that nigga. But, you know, that's my prior criminal life mentality. My present day registered, fired, armed, concealed carrier permit looking ass, I'm going to comply because I don't want no trouble with you. But yeah, now I'm leaving. They're all still there, but it looks like there's enough foot traffic and enough witnesses that ain't nothing really gonna go the way that it shouldn't go publicly, you know. But y'all gotta be 20 cops deep, 20 cops, and I bet you in all 20 of y'all, ain't none of y'all gonna use your logical brain and think, this little boy, yes, he's in possession of a gun. Yes, he potentially stole something, but he did not pull a firearm on a police officer. He was just trying to show you, because he was trying to save his ass, and because he didn't know exactly the protocol, which is something you guys should put out there. He didn't know exactly the protocol to save his ass. He went and was like, hey, I want to show you what I have, in which, so if he gets charged with, you know, anything beyond, I'm sorry if my air is blowing too hard. It's hot. It's Arizona. It's 117. So you might have some air in the background and I can't repeat the audio. But, you know, I hope at least one of those 20 police officers can use their logical brain and understand that this little boy didn't know what the fuck he was doing. And he did not threaten the life of a police officer. And he did not resist arrest. He just didn't know what the fuck he was doing. He should have just drove off. Whoever taught him to be a criminal taught him wrong.